Hello everyone, this is Mumbo and welcome back to another episode on the Hermitcraft server. It is episode 157 and today we are actually going to be having a completely normal episode. As you guys know, in the previous one we did a little bit of a mining session, which it wasn't particularly successful, was it? I mean, we managed to get 37 diamond ore, which is, it's not too bad, but I've got far more than that in just 1 hour long mining session. So I was feeling a little bit downhearted at the end of the episode, and also we managed to get ourselves about 3.5 stacks of redstone ore, but I think I actually mined out more than that. But the item elevator just totally stopped working, and it was chucking out all of the items up onto the surface, which, yeah, that's not particularly brilliant. That's not where you want them to be going in the slightest. They just kind of sat there and despawned, which was a little bit of a shame. But anyway, my plan for today's Hermitcraft episode is to design and build a new villager breeder. As you guys know, I was planning on kind of piggybacking off of Impulse SVs and we were going to connect them up, but unfortunately the chunks just weren't quite in line. So I'm actually going to take a little bit of inspiration from his design right here. I think what happens is that carrots and potatoes go past, it just goes straight past these 4 villagers, and this guy is kind of in breeding range but kind of isn't, and then you can flick the lever, that will turn it on, they'll start breeding, and then I'm guessing the new villagers fall down to the bottom here somewhere? Yeah, it looks like it. So they're standing on top of cobblestone walls, and then, yeah, the new villagers, they fall down there, they land down at the bottom, and then we have like a minecart pickup system, and I'm assuming, you know what, I think I might just kind of piggyback off this design entirely. This seems a lot smarter than anything that I was going to come up with. So I am going to pop into the redstone testing world. I am quickly going to make sure that everything will actually work, but this is looking pretty good to me. So this is the design that I have at this point in time. As you can see, it looks incredibly similar to the one that Impulse SV has constructed, but instead of having an automatic farm that is feeding all of the drops, we're going to feed the drops in from the storage system, send them up into here, and then we're going to have like a redstone system that is going to regularly send out carrots and potatoes and other bits and pieces that these guys might want to trade between each other. The only thing is that I'm not seeing any love hearts just yet. And I think that's because I don't actually know where this villager is meant to be. I've been watching this thing for around about 10-15 minutes and there's some carrot throwing going on. Definite carrot throwing going on. That's like the equivalent of villager flirting, but there's still no love hearts. We finally have love hearts. We finally got some love hearts going on. Does that mean that the nitwits can't actually be used for breeding? Is that the issue here? Because that nitwit he's just been getting nothing but support from the other guy. But yes, we have got our first baby villager. Awesome. Okay, so this design is actually going to work. That is fantastic. I'll just make sure not to put a nitwit in the system. I don't know if that changes things, but this guy, he seems to just be very reluctant to make babies. Anyway, I am now going to pop onto the Hermitcraft server. I'm going to clear out a little space because I have no clue where this thing is going to go, and then we can start work on building it. I think if Iskall actually sees this episode, he's going to make the flight from Sweden over to England just to punch me in the face. I'm very sorry, Iskall. This lovely area right here that you terraformed really did look very nice, but you know, villager breeders, they're pretty important. Bit of a progress update for you guys. As you can see, I have constructed the bottom section of our villager breeder. It's just a really simple little construction. We've got some compressed ice going around, we've got the glass, we've got the hoppers, we've got the dropper. That's all activated, which means it's making a really annoying ticking noise. But other than that, yeah, this thing is going to be functional, or at least I hope is going to be functional. The only thing that I am a tiny bit worried about is zombies. This is quite an exposed area, and the zombies seem to really like this hill. Everywhere else in my base is completely lit up. This hill currently isn't, which means that this thing is going to be like a zombie hotspot. It seriously is going to be a zombie hotspot. So I'm definitely going to have to do some protection around there. Make sure that the zombies can't get access to any of the villagers whatsoever. But I'm feeling good about this. I think this is going to be built really nice and quickly. And then we can crack on with the really tough project of transporting villagers. That's my worst nightmare. And the final blocks are making their way in, and there we go. I think I always struggle with glass. I can never tell if I've actually placed in all of the blocks. It makes my eyes go really funny. But we now have a completely surrounded villager breeder. Now I haven't looked at this yet. It could look completely stupid. And it kind of does. It kind of does. But I think once we get the villagers in there, and maybe some of the redstone bits, it could start to look a little bit less stupid. I hope. I really hope. Oh, I did warn you it was going to be ugly. Here comes the scary part. I have created a minecart track that is going to transport our villagers up through here, up there, and up into the villager breeding system. So, I have selected one villager. It is going to be this guy right here, the upside down farmer. And we're going to drop him down, and he's going to make his way across. Now, the reason that I have chosen a brown coat farmer is because, generally speaking, in villager breeders, you do need a brown coat. I don't know if that applies to this design, because there is a chance that you choose a farmer so that he can actually farm the farm that you build to make the villager breeder, but I'm not going to take any chances with this one, so we are going to be using this guy right here. I hope the fact that he's upside down doesn't change anything. That would be really, really annoying. Okay, here goes. He's gone. He's bouncing around, and he is off. He has made it up to the top, and he is by the villager breeder. Now, let's just quickly... Where on earth has he just gone? He's in there! I don't know how he managed to make it through there, but that's good. Okay, this guy is going to be really difficult to maneuver. Hopefully, he will just kind of wander in. This is not how I imagined it to be. I'm so happy I chose to use an upside down one. There he is, he's in the system. Okay, that's villager number 1. Awesome, this is going really, really smoothly. Let's just close that back up, and I will go and grab another one. Villager number 2 has made it onto all of the blocks, but the issue is that it is quite difficult to get him in there. But there we go, villager number 2 is now in place. So we have Dinnerbone, and then we have got this chap right here. 50% of the villagers are in. This is plain sailing, ladies and gentlemen. Absolutely plain sailing. And we still have plenty of time left in the day. Just get in the pit with your mates. Just move out of the corner and get in the hole. No? You just want to stand there with your massive nose? Yeah, he nodded. And with that, all 4 villagers are now in place. Now, all of these blocks right here are slabs, so nothing should be able to spawn on the inside. Nothing can spawn on any of these blocks, that's all good. This block right here is spawnable, but it has glowstone directly above it. So for the time being, we're going to cover up all of these blocks, and these guys should be totally safe. Now we have to make a slight modification to our little dirt track right here, because we need to put in the piston and place in the guy that's going to be going at the top. Okay, our top villager is flying past, he's going up the dirt track, and he is straight on top of the piston. This has been, like, the easiest. I'm lost for words. I'm genuinely lost for words. I mean... When we worked with villagers, do you guys remember the number of episodes I spent trying my best to work with villagers and build things involving villagers? I mean, one of my least favourite episodes, but also favourite episodes of the Hermitcraft season, was when we were building the wheat farm over there. It was painful. It was genuinely painful, but also absolutely hilarious. I can't believe how well this has gone. So I've done some extra cleaning up. I've taken out all of the dirt tracks. I've also added in this piston right here, which allows us to turn the system on and off without actually having to go inside the cage. And now we have got a bit of a challenge. This guy right here is trying to find a way to attack these zombies. He's also trying to attack me at the same time. He seems a little bit confused. But let's see if he can manage to do it. I think I'm distracting him a little bit. A little bit of time has passed since the previous clip, and I have done a whole bunch more stuff. So we now have a water system down at the bottom. We also have a minecart system that should hook into our current villager sorting system. Now, I'm going to give this thing a tester. Okay, that's good. That's good. Our minecart is off. It has travelled away. It is going up here. It winds its way through here. And I'm guessing it's kind of just dropped straight into the system. Yes. We have got a minecart. Yes. We've actually got a working system now. Okay, so that is what is going to be taking our villagers over into this area right here. So we just have to hook up this button into that dispenser that I literally just pressed. And that will be everything apart from the minecart removal system. So then our hoppers have to be hooked into that dispenser as well to take the minecarts back down to the bottom when we send off the villagers. Okay, yeah, no, I'm there. I'm getting it. Alright, we are making really, really good progress in today's episode. I'm chuffed to bits. Here comes the big test. When we hit this button right here, do we get a minecart? Yes, we do! We do! I heard it coming. I thought I could hear it coming. And we have now set up the system. Okay, so that is like maybe 90%. Oh my word, I've just thought. We still need to set up the system that sends the carrots from the carrot farm up to the top. Oh wow, we've still got loads of work to do. But still, this thing functions, and it's actually really, really quick as well. Brilliant. Okay. Let's do the hopper system now. For the time being, what I'm going to do is I'm going to just grab a whole ton of carrots from my storage system, because my storage system, all of those chests, I think is it 36 double chests in total? A stupid number of chests, okay, have been filled up with carrots, and they all seem to be completely filled in. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to move over some of those carrots into a double chest right here, and that will start sending them through the system. So the first carrot has been sent, and it's being picked up. We have got carrots being exchanged. Good heavens, this is exciting. This is genuinely exciting. Our villagers are eating these things up. I can't get a better view. But yeah, the villagers, they are grabbing the carrots. And soon we should begin to see some villager breeding going on. It would be nice. It would be nice if that happens nice and soon. And also, we've got some zombies on the way. Let's just triple check that this guy cannot get access to our villagers. It looks like he's struggling. I think these guys are safe. I think I've actually managed to make a system in today's Hermitcraft episode that works first time and is actually quite good. Obviously, it's exactly the same as Impulse SV. Maybe that's it. I've just copied Impulse SV's design. He's smart. Of course it's going to work. Oh, well, okay, I'm going to watch this for a little while, and I'm going to look out for any villagers flirting with one another. Bad news, guys. I've been viewing these guys for 20 minutes, probably about 25, 30 minutes. I've thrown carrots into them. They can no longer take any more carrots. Look, these things are just whizzing round. Not even a hint of love hearts. I don't know what to say about that one. Is it because of these other villagers? Could that be messing with it? I've had a bit of a bright idea. I've done a tiny bit of villager trading, and hopefully that could increase my villager score, because there's a chance that my villager score was really low because I've been doing tons and tons of villager killing to make the cow farm and haven't done too much trading. So now hopefully my villager score is a little bit higher, and these guys might actually start doing something. That's kind of like my theory. I've got 25 emeralds so far. I'm just going to keep going. Worst comes to worst, I end up with loads of emeralds. But hopefully, yeah, this will actually work. Okay, bit of a new idea. Maybe there's a chance that I actually need to trade with these guys, because they think they're their own village. Now, I know that some of these ideas may be completely ridiculous and really daft. But can you not see, like, the logic? Can you not see the logic where I'm going with this one? So this guy's a Fletcher, which means that I need to get string. Oh, good. Okay, things are going well with this guy. I'm getting all sorts of trades. I think maybe this little village score could be potentially improving. Because, as I say, I killed a whole ton of villagers. Maybe these guys have kind of like bad blood with me. They're like, no, we're not going to breed for this guy. But now, if I give them some pumpkins and things like that, then they might start liking each other a little bit more. So gradually, our villager score is going to be increasing as I'm doing this. And we should begin to see some breeding. I mean, this stuff is so complicated, and it's so frustrating that you can't actually see. Like, it would be really nice to be able to see your villager score, or it would be really nice to see if there is actually a village in this area, or if it's like completely broken by a door that's randomly placed somewhere. It would be nice if we could actually see that stuff, but I'm kind of having to play it by ear and just see and try and work out what on earth is actually going wrong here, because these guys are meant to be breeding. They should be going to town. But they're not. This guy is giving me plenty of emeralds though, so I can't complain too much. I've run out of pumpkins. I have tons upon tons of emeralds. I mean, we've got 3.5 stacks already. And now I guess we wait. I mean, surely, after all that trading, that was a lot of trading, these guys should be good to go. I guess I'm just going to have to keep my eye on them once again. Just hours upon hours of observing these ugly fellas in this horrible little area right here. So to get out of the frame of mind of disappointment with my villager breeder, I thought I'd head over to Hermitron Halls. I thought I'd take a look in the trading chest, see if I could complete my set, and there's none in there. Oh, today, it started so well. It started so brilliantly well, and then everything has kind of collapsed a little bit, and it's no longer working. I mean, these guys, they aren't even throwing carrots at one another. They are totally uninterested. And my system doesn't work. And I've been shot by a skeleton. Like, oh, I just give up. I've just popped back into my redstone testing world to see if I've done anything differently here in the slightest, and there's nothing. This is like a perfect replica of the one that we have on Hermitcraft, apart from the fact that there's no glass surrounding it. But I don't think that's going to change anything. And I know that some of you are probably going to think that the doors need sky access. That's also fine with glass. You can cover them up with glass. That doesn't change anything. So there really is nothing that I can think of. So I've spent the past 2 hours just staring at these guys, and nothing. Absolutely nothing is happening. Nothing is happening in the slightest. There's no breeding whatsoever. So, yeah, I really don't know what to say. I would really love your feedback on this one. For those of you who know about villagers and villages, that would be massively helpful. I'm sure there's something silly that I've done. Oh, no. Do you think it has something to do with this? I don't think it does. No, look, these guys, they're still doing their thing, which is actually worrying as well. Could it be something to do with that? I don't know. Okay, please let me know down in the comment section. I need your help really badly. really badly. Thank you ever so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please press that like button. And if you really loved it, then make sure to subscribe. But thanks for watching, guys. This has been Mumbo, and I'm out. I'll see you later.